Hello Pisces, welcome back to my channel. This is a general reading for June 10th. We are having this solar eclipse tonight in Gemini, and this is all in regards to that reset button. Set your intention, get out your sage, and go out and script the life that you desire. Let go of the past, really look at things, become emotionally, Gemini is not emotionally attached, so it's time for you just look at it, set that renew button for yourself. We had that opportunity also with Sagittarius lunar eclipse, and now it's time for you to drink that water, get out in the sun, and just let go of the shit that you've been carrying. And it's time for you now to see things from different perspectives so you can free yourself from things of the past. The first card out, we have Earth Magic. Like I said, it's time for you to go out and get some sun, go out and really allow things to look at this. And we have Tsunami, the wake-up call. Yeah, okay, let's see what is coming on here for you. That Tsunami card, it is absolutely beautiful because again here it is asking you to what, to go outside and to really have this place. It's like all of a sudden your life can turn upside down. Maybe right now here, Pisces, it is asking you to really look at what it is that you need to let go of as well, because the Tsunami, and I'm going straight to the book, so just give me a second here. Okay, with the Tsunami card, it says you're getting a wake-up call. It may be in the form of a significant loss or other dramatic event in your life, typically one that you were not prepared for initially. You may be stunned at first, surprised for the unexpected events that are occurring. Yet you also know that it is time to draw back the curtain of avoidance and denial and confront the truth that exists in the subtlest of this event. You're experiencing a real life drama, so there's no need to amplify it more than it already is. Often when you look back after something like this has passed, you can recall signs that foreshadowed it happening. There may have been obvious clues that you ignored, or omens that were so subtle that were easy to dismiss. So there's many, so again, yeah. So it's that wake-up call, listening closely to your instincts here and really taking a time out and going out in nature. So Pisces, whatever that you're going through, know that the universe is always working for you. Anytime anything gets taken away, like that tower moment in our life, it's because the universe loves you and the universe wants to course correct you. So whatever is shaking up your world right now, whatever it is that you're leaving behind, whether this is actually something about the outer or your inner world that is being shaken up, to let go of an addiction and let go of a thought, let go of a habit. That Tsunami can happen also within ourselves. It doesn't have to be on the outer. That outer is a reflection of the inner, but sometimes we just have to go in and clear up this dark mess that is within us by connecting to the magic of this planet, by seeing the abundance, by really looking at how connected we truly are. And so what this is saying, it's like, so in Earth, it's like having that earthquake, right? Or having that tornado that comes through our life, and it's just saying it's time for that to happen. Like literally, if you're feeling that call to really just connect and to take yourself somewhere to where you can do a release, this would be the time for you to do it. So there's a shake up here, and it's asking you to really shake that up. Again, what did I say? For you to go out and for you to do it, right? We have the card of solitude, and this too, again, but this card came in its reversal, but so this would be like the Hermit card, right? But it's asking you right now, did you already go through this? Have you already had that epiphany and that wake-up call? Because that card of solitude is when we need to go again within, but this is saying it's clearing. So when you go into this space too, sometimes we're too much in solitude, which can also result in isolation. So sometimes, and separation. So it is also saying with this card too, there's moments when we get together with people, and then there's moments that we don't. And then there's also situations in which we feel like we're alone, even if we're in relationships. There could be a wake-up call with that too, for some of you. So it's just saying, it's time for you to recognize this within yourself. Sometimes we let ourselves, out of that prison that we've put ourselves in. So it's just saying, it's time for you to, again, free yourself from something that you've you've like changed yourself to. So it's time for you to really recognize what that is, whether again it's a belief, whether it's a relationship, whether it's an idea, whether it's a job. It's just saying, it's time to come out of that. Don't isolate for too long, but long enough to where you can understand the meaning and then bring humor, and come out of any blame. So this is, I accept responsibility for my well-being. Right, and then we've got Buddha here, the happy Buddha. It says, I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. Yeah, because what would this be? This would be that place of, needing to be right. And with Gemini, it's like, there's 5 people in a room and 5 people are arguing about one thing, but that one thing has 5 different perspectives. Who's right? Everyone. That's just it, everyone. So, just don't go into a place of blame because, there's your perspective and then there's the neighbor's perspective. Doesn't mean that the neighbor's wrong and you're right. It doesn't, or the other way around. So there's a lot, see the humor, how we try to be right or how we try to blame other people for our happiness and things of that nature, It's not up to anybody else to make you happy but you. So that is another message that is coming out. And I'm just going to mending bridges. So yeah, some of you, and this card stuck in my hand and it was believing magic. True magic is abounding in my life. So this is, just know that. But mending bridges, and it says, I heal rifts, I'm a mender. So again, that something happened with somebody and now it's time, as we're seeing with the blame and then the humor, the solitude, the wake-up call. It's time for you to really clear that up. Again, like I just said, I just gave you that story and I don't even know why about 2 people are arguing, you're in your shit, they're in their shit, and it's, people are blaming back and forth, but here's the thing, where are you going to get, you're not going to get anywhere with that kind of conversation, that needing to be right. It's about, let's see each other's perspective so we can mend the bridge. And, if we go our separate ways, you go your separate ways, but at least this is that wake-up call. This is the time to come out of the shadow. This is a call to, what, fuck it, whatever. Okay, that happened. Let's find the humor in it, and let's now move on. All right, let's do the next thing. Let's go have some fun. It's like, why stay in shit that's just going to bring more shit? You know what I mean? It's like, look, your own card comes flying out. Here we go. And then I did get this card, too, that flipped over with it, and this card that flipped with it, too. So some of you here, with this way, you could have went on and off in regards to communication. Stop, talk. Or, not allowing things to go with the flow. Some of you are very impatient. So saying to have that patience and to really look at your own fears. Are you, needing to, again, with the throat too. So this is, are you in the control of your own fears, of your own shadow? Are you trying to control it yourself? Are you listening to your own intuition? Is there something here that needs to reveal itself to you when it comes to you and taming the mind and taking responsibility and taking action like the King of Wands? In regards to your own dreams, in regards to your own desires, in regards to your own fears, in regards to your own shadow. Is there something that you're here to communicate? Are you to communicate this? Are you to really open yourself up to somebody else in regards to that? So we've got the moon with the wake-up call, right? So this is in regards to the things that were unseen. You don't see a tsunami coming. It's the moon. You don't see it coming. And then we have the solitude and we have the... So this is going with the flow. At some point, maybe you shut down. It's time to come back up. King of Wands in the humor. Yeah, seeing the humor in the way that we try to we try to control things. Or, it's about the lion. The lion is taming the mind, right? It's about having that courage and having that, how do you express yourself in a creative way? Let's see for the blame card. Maybe you thought things were going to come a certain way. I have the 8 of Cups too. So this is, when you thought things are going to come, but, things come the way they're going to come. You can say, we were going to do this X, Y, and Z and it didn't happen. And you could be blaming somebody, but that's just, again, you need to walk away from being too emotional. Really, to honestly, to look at it, that this is being, overly emotional. And this is also not being content. This is saying, what, I'm not going to have my dreams fulfilled here and I'm going to drink this last cup. It wasn't so bad, but it wasn't so great and I'm just going to leave. And so for some of you, that's that. But this could also be emotionally leaving the state of mind that you have been being in, not really needing to leave somebody. So it's coming out, and this is saying, yeah, it's time for you to nurture, be nurturing and loving and intuitive, and keep your emotions above water. Don't lose your shit. Because Gemini is not emotional. Gemini says, let's look at it and let's bring a new perspective into whatever that we've been feeling so we can get rid of it. You know, it's not let's keep sitting in it and let's go therapy for another 10 years. This is like, okay, let's just look at it. Let's look at the emotions, what's going on. Let's talk about this. Let's communicate. Let's mend it. Let's look at the fears. Let's bring some humor. There's no blame here. And it's time to wake up and see, you know, that things are going to come in the way they come in based on the way that we communicate, to be honest with you. So we have insight. Open the third eye to straighten intuition. Absolutely. Because again, you know, the physical eye sees one way, but when you go within the third eye, you get to see spirit's way. You get to see your higher self and what your higher self is here to teach you. So two cards that came out, and I'm going to pull a rune as well, and it says, take 5 or more minutes to concentrate on a divine feeling or a higher thought, doing your best to block out all other distractions. Yeah, absolutely. So it's like, you know, think of higher vibrational things. Don't be afraid to slow down, as this is when you can make real inner changes. Absolutely. It's not about rush, rush, rush. It comes when it comes, you know, and you have to trust it. You know, the clearing happens, and after the clearing happens, that's when, you know, things come. So let's grab you. Okay, it's that one. So we're going to grab it. And this one that comes out, I believe this is the one for partnerships. No, it's fertility. I'm sorry. So I'm going to go directly to the book. So this is all about, you know, giving new life. So let me just go to page 100 really quick, and then we will close you out. And right now you can hit subscribe and leave me a comment, hit that like button. Okay, so here we go. New beginnings, and it says the hero god fertility. The rune is akin to the moon. What do you know? Here you go, Pisces. The intuitive part of our nature with its urge toward harmonizing and adjusting in the sphere of personal relationships. And we see that mending bridges, right? Ingus embodies, that's the name of the rune, the need to share, the yearning to be desired, a search after similarities. The completion of beginnings is what Ingus requires. It may mark a time of joyous deliverance, of new life, a new path, a rune of great power. Drawing it means that you now have the strength to achieve completion, resolution, from which comes a new beginning. We see that, you know, with the King of Wands. So perhaps a difficult state of mind can be resolved, clarified, and turned around. And we see that here. It's like, work on your mind. Drawing this rune indicates that you must fertilize the ground for your own deliverance. All things change, and we cannot live permanently amid obstruction. Ingu signals your emergence from a closed chrysalis state. As you resolve and clear away the old, you will experience a release from tension and uncertainty. You may be required to free yourself from a rut, a habit, or relationship. We see that from some deep cultural or behavioral pattern, some activity that was quite proper to the self you're leaving behind. The period at or just before birth is often a dangerous one. Movement involves danger, yet movement that is timely leads out of danger. Now is the time to enter into the delivery room. Another of the cycle rune, Ingu's counsels preparation. Being centered, okay? Here it says being centered and grounded and freeing yourself. And this is, and seeing the humor. I love it. Seeing the humor, you're indeed prepared to open yourself to the will of heaven and can await your deliverance with calm certainty. Until next time, sending you much love, much light. Namaste.